you're watching this before starting esthetician school, right? Hi, my name is Bridget. Welcome to my channel, Bridget Marie. I make esthetician student vlogs. I'm halfway through school. I make lifestyle content and faith content too. If you're thinking about starting esthetician school, this video is for you. First, here's all the great stuff about going to esthetician school. Okay, now let me give you some things to actually think about before going into esthetician school. If you're anything like me, you've probably already scoured TikTok looking for videos on esthetician school and what it's going to be like, and those videos will continue to pop up as you venture into esthetician school, but you're going to see a lot of different things going on in a lot of different types of schools. So the first thing, not all schools are made equal, girl. You're probably going to be on TikTok and see girls who are going to school and they have better kits, they have better equipment, they have better product. The list will be endless. They are using better wax than you at school. Literally, not all schools are going to be equal. You're not going to have what she has and she might not have what you have. But I'm going to tell you this. Comparison is the thief of joy. It just is what it is. Not all schools are the same. Not all of them are equal. And whatever you have access to where you're at is okay. This is a really big one. Be prepared to spend more money than just what your tuition costs. My tuition cost $7,000. I got a mixture of FAFSA, student government aid, and I also got Pell Grants. But that money does not cover the out-of-pocket costs that accrue while you're in esthetician school. So, for example, for me, I'm gonna have to buy more supplies for my state board testing. So we have to create kits. So I have to buy all that stuff. That's not all stuff that came in my kit for school already. These are extra costs that I'm accruing. Here's another example. I'm gonna be in the spa in a week, and the towels that I want to use on my clients when they come in are not the towels that I got in my kit, which are really scratchy and just like not the best quality. So I opted to buy some more towels off of Amazon that were softer and then I thought were nicer and kind of like matched my vibe and aesthetic better. You don't like the brushes that your school supplies, so you want to get new brushes to apply facial masks. You might not get goggles in your kit, which my kit did not come with, so that you can cover your client's eyes when you do a skin analysis. Like, these are little costs, but you know when you're watching your coin, little costs add up. So you're absolutely going to be buying more things than just what your kit includes within your tuition. You might be shelling out a couple $100s more, maybe even more, depending on your style and your vibe and what you like or don't like with what your school has. Mentally prepare yourself for learning. Some of us are older and we've been out of school for a long time. We haven't been in an environment where we've had to like learn within the structure of school, within institution, like your break is at this time, you have to learn this from this time and this time, like all that rigid scheduling, you know. A lot of us have been out of it for a long time. So challenge yourself to mentally prepare ahead of time for learning in a different environment. You are going to be receiving so much information. I mean, so much information. Especially in the first weeks, your brain is just going to be like a sponge. You're going to be soaking in every last thing that you can about skin health, about how to determine somebody's skin type, about diseases of the skin, about how to wax properly, how to wax somebody's cooter properly. You're going to be learning so much stuff. Ingredient list. What types of ingredients work well with another ingredient or don't work well? What to do in a situation where you ain't never come across this before. You've never been in this situation. What do I do? Your brain is going to be like expanding big time, and you have to prepare yourself for that fact. A lot of the programs are really short, so the amount of time is very small that you're learning a lot of information. And of course, as you graduate, you're going to be learning more and continuing your education, you know, like with courses or whatnot. And just like the more you touch people's skin, the more you do things, you're going to continuously learn. But this period of time, you are going to be learning so much, and just prepare yourself for that. Or maybe make lifestyle changes that address that accordingly. Like, you're not going to be staying up super duper late anymore because you want to make sure that you get enough sleep so that you can retain the information that you're learning, or meaning you don't want to drink too much the night before because you know it's going to suck the next day at school when you're trying to pay attention, and you want to create, you know, this beautiful spa environment and do well by your client. And if you're not feeling your best, they're not going to feel their best. Being an esthetician is incredibly intimate. There's like, whatever you feel, your client feels, and whatever your client feels, you feel. I've just noticed that just in being in school with my classmates and touching their skin and them touching mine. Like, there's an empath thing that goes on for sure. You are going to be so tired, sis. If you're anything like me, you work and you go to school full time, so it's a lot going on for you. And if you haven't prepared yourself, like the other tip before this, it will be incredibly difficult, because when I tell you I'm tired, sis, the cup of coffee does nothing. 2 cups of coffee do nothing. That kind of tired. Like, where you just need a long nap. You're probably in a period of your life where you're going to be working and going to school at the same time. You might be working full-time and doing school part-time, or you might be doing school full-time and working part-time. Whatever the mixture or combo of what you're doing, if you're doing full-time and full-time, sis, you're going to be tired. Some days will be so hard. You will not want to get up out of bed. You will not want to go get on your Zoom. Literally, I have to get on a Zoom. I'm not just saying that.
You got to get on your Zoom, matey. You got to get on your Zoom at 10.
But like, you will not want to drive. I drive 2 hours, sis, there to school, and then 2 hours home. 4 hours in the car, okay? This has become my life, my full-time thing, and I am so tired, but I keep my eyes on the prize, on what's gonna happen, what God has promised to me, that even though I'm tired, I gotta keep going. But just prepare yourself for that fact that it will be hard. Just because God ordained this for me doesn't mean that I'm not putting in the work, and doesn't mean that it's not hard, because it is. But you already know I got a different motivation, right? I got the spiritual motivation to keep going. So this is the last and final tip I have for you if you are thinking of going to esthetician school. Beauty school is what you make it. Girl, if I had a dime every time my instructor said that. But it's true. There will be a lot of unforeseen things that happen while you're in school. Things that are completely out of your control. The only thing that is within your control, though, is how you respond to them. At the end of the day, even if it's something that you don't like, your perspective of it is what makes all the difference. So it can be used as a learning thing or not. You could just be real mad about it. But either way, it's what you make it. I recently had a glycolic chemical peel. I will link the vlog up above. It was a terrible experience. I had a borderline allergic reaction to the glycolic peel, which is not necessarily uncommon for higher Fitzpatrick's people, melanated individuals. Sometimes this is what happens with glycolic peels. But I had a very intense bad reaction to it. I was really scared. Like, face peeling off, falling off, scared. Unrealistic, for sure. But I was really scared about this situation. I learned so much. I could have been really mad and not learned anything from that situation. Or what I did do is I learned something from it. What to do in a situation when your client feels like their face is falling off. When it is burning so bad. When there's an allergic reaction happening, what do you do? Without that experience, without having gone through it myself, I would never know this. I would never have logged that as something potentially that I need to do. In the vlog, I kind of detailed what ended up happening and the reaction and all that kind of stuff. But my instructor helped me tremendously. She busted out the ice globes to bring down all the swelling because my eyes were starting to kind of swell shut. And I put on a balm to calm it because you can't put water back on it to reactivate the peel. So like, I learned the steps that I would need to take in the event that my client had a severe reaction or was very severely uncomfortable. Like, without it happening to me, I wouldn't know what it feels like. I wouldn't know how severe it actually is. And so I took that as a learning tool. Literally, beauty school is what you make it. I could have been mad, but instead I learned. So kind of just keep that in the back of your head while you're in school. And the last thing I'm going to tell you, and this is a bonus, you can do this. Whatever obstacle is in your way, whatever excuse that you have created in your head as to why you can't, let it go, because you absolutely can. I am gonna be 34 in like a month and a half. I did not think I could go back to school. I did not think I had the capacity to continue learning. I did not think that I was capable of a drastic career change. I did not think that I had anything really worth offering anymore, which sounds crazy at only 30 something years old, but you kind of start to compare yourself to other people and you start to see what their life is and what your life isn't, and it can hurt and you can feel not as valuable as you actually are. And the start of this journey of starting to realize and know that I could do this was that I found my identity in Christ, and I realized that He says I'm a queen. He's the one that says I'm worthy. He's the one that has prepared a path for me. He's the one who has cast down my enemies before me. He's the one that's created a path and a future of light and love. And I'm the only thing in my way. I'm the only one stopping that from actually happening. So once I realized that fact, everything opened up. And I realized that I could do this. I could have made it an excuse that I had to drive a total of 4 hours, 3 days a week, to get down to school, and I'm dog tired, and I can't do it because of bills, and I can't do it because of the okay, well, what could I do in the meantime? Okay, all those excuses, one of those excuses would have been enough for me back in the day to say, I can't do this. Now with my new identity, because I'm a queen, it's the God in me. Okay, now that I know who I am, all this opened up and I was like, oh yes, I can do this. I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. 100%, baby. And so can you. Guess what? If me going to school meant that I couldn't have a little splurge moment on Amazon every time my check came through, that's what it was gonna mean. If it means that I'm not buying new clothes for this period of time, 4.5 months of school, so what? It's a lifetime of possibility and promise that I'm looking towards. To me, if God has brought me to it, He will bring me through it. So I just look to the future, and I know that while all these things could potentially serve to stop me in my goals and in my quest, I don't let them. And I don't want you to do that either, sis. I want success for you. I want happiness for you. It's not just this boss babe mentality, this like, oh, I'm gonna make 6-7 figures a year. Yeah, that's all nice. That's all gravy. But realizing that you can do something that you didn't think you could do before, that's magic to me. If you'd like, you can go ahead and check out my esthetician school vlogs. That'll be linked down below and up in the info cards. If you want to kind of get an idea of like a hands-on day-to-day what it's like in esthetician school, baby, those vlogs, you're gonna see it. What we do, how we do it, the fun we have, like it'll all like, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go to school when you watch those. Thank you for watching my video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more content on esthetician school, esthetician things, about faith, and about lifestyle, and I'll see you in the next one.